There's a double whammy for you guys that I missed last video, but Trent Jr. hits the buzzer beater in this one. What a finish to this game. The Raptors win it 103-101 over the Washington Wizards. And newest Raptor, Trent Jr. at the buzzer drains the three. This team has not hit a clutch shot all year long. They've been having like a 5-6 point lead with like a minute and a half to go, and they blow it and they can't get any offense. It looked like that's what was going to happen today. Pascal's missed a million shots in the last second to tie or win or whatever the case. The other guys have missed it. No Raptor has made a clutch shot this year, and it takes the newest Raptor, Trent Jr. I think every Raptor fan, more or less just after this game, is kind of saying, oh, okay, Norman Powell, we loved him, but Trent Jr. is really damn good. What a play. Let's break down that last play before we break down the entire game. He gets the inbound. Not much time left on the clock. He dribbles it up the floor, and Neto tries to get the call. Look, I understand there was a little bit of contact. Did he put his arm out? Yes. Did he make contact with Neto? Yes, he did. But I'm sorry. The way that Neto flopped around like a fish out of water, you're never going to get the call like that. You know, actually play defense. If he actually stood up on Trent and played defense, he might have stopped him and we would have lost the game. But he was so hell-bent for getting the call that he flopped back, fell into his own player, and Trent at the buzzer drains the three. And look, I think every Raptor fan, pure elation. I don't care if people are all over the tank. I don't care. If you are not cheering for the Raptors with that victory, you're not a fan. And don't give me the whole, well, we need the better draft pick to get a better team. You just got a buzzer beater three from your newest player, a 22-year-old kid who's going to be on this team for the foreseeable future and is part of said future. And he just drained a three at the buzzer for the win. You gotta love it, Raptor fans. What a finish to this game, and what a game overall. It did not look good in that third quarter. Let's break this thing down. First quarter, it was terrible. 28-19 after one quarter. Raptors can't get any offense going whatsoever. They can't make a shot to save their life. Second quarter, they start making their shots, but they can't play defense. They lose the quarter 33-32, and you are down by 10 at halftime. Still a viable game. Still, you can still make the comeback. In the third quarter, Raptors basically fall apart and die, and they're down by 19 at some point in that third quarter. This is just kind of what we've gotten used to seeing over this course of this year for the Toronto Raptors. They're kind of somewhat in at halftime, and they get blown out of the water in the third quarter, and they lose. But then they show a little fight. Right? You're down by 11 going into the fourth quarter. So you're not 19, it's down 11, but again, you're still down double digits going into the fourth quarter. And first off, anybody who kind of shuts this game down because no Bradley Beal played for the Washington Wizards, come on. Like, really? You hit a buzzer beater three to win. You gotta be happy, right? But in that fourth quarter, what do the Raptors do? They play defense. Period. Defense leads to their offense, man. It's just the way this team rolls. If their defense is cooking, their offense is cooking. The odd time, when the defense ain't cooking, your offense will click, as it did in the second quarter. But any other quarter, your offense was not cooking whatsoever. But then you play sound defense. You cause havoc at the glass. Yeah, you heard me right. It felt like forever since the team's actually been able to do that. And they get out and run. So many big performances in this ball game, and the Raptors win that fourth quarter 28-15. After not winning a single quarter of the entire game, they win the fourth by 13. I have said it countless times, and I will say it again. It's not who has the biggest run or the longest lead, right? Who has the lead for the longest amount of time or the biggest lead. It's who makes the punch at the right time. And when you got the clutch genes, like Mr. Trent Jr., oh yeah, right shot, right time, bucket. Beautiful. Let's get the stats going here. Wizards shoot 39% from the field and 34% from three and 83% from the free throw line. The Raptors shoot 47% from the field, however, only 21% from three-point range. But it all don't matter because Gary Trent hit a three at the buzzer for the win. 73% of the free throw line, and I mean, look, it wasn't a pretty offensive performance, but you won. Who cares, right? Gary Trent Jr. in this one, look, back-to-back games where he has been very good offensively. 16 points in the game today, 2 boards, 2 dimes, shot 7 of 15, was 2 of 6 from three-point range. But that one's all that matters. OG, look, this guy's been a consistent double-digit guy over the last little while, and that's really beautiful to see for OG. 14 points, 6 boards, couple dimes. Shot only 6 of 17, though. 1 of 6 from three-point range. And no Fred VanVleet in this game, as we kind of had that feeling going into it that he was not going to play, and he does not. DeAndre Bembry gets the start. And what a game he puts together. 15, 8, and 5 for DeAndre. Shoots 8 of 10. Has a steal and a block. Doesn't turn the ball over much at all. I don't even know if he had a turnover in this game today. Played a very sound game. He looked great out there. Pascal Siakam, everyone's going to talk garbage about him because they love to. But he had 22 points today, 4 boards, 3 dimes, shot 10 of 16, and had 2 steals and a denial. And I was really debating giving this guy the MVP. Malachi Flynn, what a basketball game for the youngin'. Obviously, Raptor fans, have seen Malachi and, he's struggling with his shot. Well, he absolutely was struggling with his shot all year long to this point. But this ball game, he had 16 points, 6 boards, 4 dimes, shot 6 of 13 from the field, was 2 of 4 from 3, and get this, 4 steals and 3 blocks. Sound familiar? Maybe there's some Fred VanVleet stuff that happened a couple games ago. We've all been kind of comparing Malachi to a young Malachi to a young Fred VanVleet. You're seeing that out there. The grind, the dog mentality, Malachi Flynn. We talked about it at draft day. We talked about it through Summer League. This guy's going to be good. And you're finally seeing him get some run. And he's looking really good out there. 16, 6, and 4. Shot almost 50% from the field. 50% from 3. Gave you 4 steals and 3 blocks. What a game for Malachi Flynn. And you know what? Aaron Baines, as much as there were a lot of brain farts, because that's an Aaron Baines type of basketball game, he had 10 points, 8 boards, shot 4 of 9 from the field. He made a 3, even though he was 1 of 4, but he made a 3. Why he took 4 threes, I don't understand it, but he made 1. And he didn't hurt your team. And he was on he was on the floor in the dying minutes. That's all I know. I don't know exactly if he was there right at the buzzer, but he was there late in the game. A wonky game for the Toronto Raptors, some crazy stat lines, but a win is a win, and a buzzer beater is a buzzer beater. And these are some crazy numbers that I wanted to fire out there for you guys. The Raptors were plus 30 in points in the paint. 64-34. They dominated inside. In the fast break, as I mentioned, when this team gets stops and they get out and run, they're hard to stop. They were plus 13 today in the fast break. They were great out there. And points off of turnovers. Well, look, this Raptor team is a very handsy defensive team. What I mean by that is they get their hands in the lanes often, right? You have Fred VanVleet near the top in the league in deflected passes and steals. OG is great with his hands. Malachi Flynn, you saw it today, great with his hands. The Raptors had plus 14 in points off of their turnovers. It's crazy you had those numbers and you only won by 2. But that's what happens when you only shoot 21% from three-point range. You found a way to win and shot 21% from three-point range. That's pretty damn good. And as much as people are going to hype Russell Westbrook, oh, triple-double this, triple-double that, I will say it yet again. I have said it in many videos. On an old podcast I did with my good buddy, I said it on there as well. Russell Westbrook, unless he joins a super team, he will never win a championship. That guy cannot carry a team. He had a triple-double today. You lost. Oh, Bradley Beal. Doesn't matter. The guy shot 9 of 25. At one point in the fourth quarter, he was 0 of 7. He will not be able to do it. He's too much of a stat guy. Oh, I'm going to pad my stats, get my triple-double, blah, blah, blah. You lose. It doesn't matter. His team's garbage. Even with Bradley Beal, one of the best scorers in basketball right now. You know, and he's supposed to be Mr. Triple-Double. That should work really well, right? No. They're almost bought it. They're near the Toronto Raptors. Raptors might have even just passed them. I don't know. I know they're very close together right now. It's crazy. He was 9 of 25 shooting. He's not a good player. Well, he's a good player, but not a championship caliber player. That's my take on it. You guys can have your own opinion. That's all I'm going to say. Next up for the Toronto Raptors, they take on the Lakers tomorrow night, 7:30 tip-off there. But I'm assuming, I haven't been keeping an eye on the Lakers too much, I'm assuming no Anthony Davis and LeBron. I could be wrong. They could both be back. One could be back. I don't know. All I know is that on the second night of a back-to-back, you got to play the Lakers tomorrow night. Not going to be an easy test no matter who's out there, because this Raptor team seems to play well against very good teams, and against teams, they seem to play to that level. Wizards are not a great team. You played down to the level. You got the buzzer beater 3, but you didn't play the greatest. No matter what, though, a win is a win. Back-to-back W's for the Toronto Raptors. It's crazy. 7:30 tip-off there. I think it's at Amalie Arena. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game there this evening, because damn, that was nice. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. You guys hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like? What'd you not like from today's game? If you're not going to say that if you say you didn't like Gary Trent Jr.'s buzzer beater, you're nuts. And you're just saying it to get under my skin, because it definitely will. All right, hit that subscribe. Or no, don't. Well, do that, but I already mentioned it. Twitter's down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, guys. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, tomorrow night, 8:05, first pitch in Texas, as the Jays take on the Rangers in Game 2 of the 3-game set down there in Arlington, Texas. All right, Tanner Roark gets the ball for the Blue Jays. We'll have to see what happens there. And as for the Leafs, they're taking on the Calgary Flames game starting actually right now, so I'll be doing a video post-game for you then. And as for the Raptors, as I mentioned, their next contest is tomorrow night, 7:30 tip-off there against the Los Angeles Lakers. Raptors looking for 3 straight wins. It's going to happen? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, all right? So thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.